Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh Show!
Good morning, boys and girls. How are we doing out there, folks? It is Jueves. Ba, 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 ba. We made it, guys. Oh my God, officially downhill to the weekend. Just 2 more days to go, counting today. 2 more days, it's nothing. How are you doing, Natch?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, me too, man, me too. Looking forward to a productive day today. Oof, guys, did a lot of work yesterday, man. I was a good employee yesterday. Basically, everybody left me alone, and I got through so much work. It was such a good day. Guys, if you want to contribute to today's content, you can do that at twitch.tv/professional bohemian. Just like Nessa, Vanessa, Min, Vero, Born to Iron Man, Pedro from Instagram, The Bridge, these beautiful people joining me today on the show. What is coming up today, guys? Well, I have prepared, or the elves, the poor enslaved elves have prepared a great show for us today. Let's see. Today, I asked 100 humans this morning to name a place you wouldn't want to go after having a few drinks. Name a place you wouldn't want to go after having a few drinks. And then we look at the FBI and how they abused a particular law, and Inter Milan, the football team, in today's Complete the News. But all that fun, my friend, is in the second half of the show. In the first half, we've got a delicious unpopular opinion today. We're taking it back old school today for today's unpopular opinion. By the way, guys, if you want to interact with these unpopular opinions, you can do that on my Instagram. I post them a day early so people can vote early. But really, the decision makers on these things are our live audience. I just want to check out real quick. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, but until then, friends, I'm here, you're here. Let's look at what's going on in the world today. Well, the first messages I'm receiving right here on the chat are with regards to Tina Turner. Natch, do you know about Tina Turner?
Yes.
She passed away.
Yeah.
She passed away. Tina Turner passed away, I believe, yesterday, at the age of 83. We say in England, Natch, those are good innings. She lived a full life. What's your favourite Tina Turner song, my dude?
I can't remember any apart from the best.
You're simply the best. Da, da. Yeah, she had her moment in the 80s, I think. Well, no, in the 70s too. Proud Mary, keep on turning. I mean, come on, dude. What? She's epic. We don't need another hero. Sorry, everyone's tuning out now. My bad. I won't sing anymore. From Mad Max. She was in Mad Max. Oh my God. Dude, what a legend. What a legend. I'm getting a lot of messages in the chat. R.I.P. Tina Turner says Born to Iron Man. And we got other Tina Turner messages further up. Let me see. Let's see what people are saying. Nessa says hello. Min, he actually switched places. I did, because here I can see the Natch. I feel like we're next to each other doing the show together. My bad, Natch. Maybe you like it that you can't see me directly when I'm sat over there. Yeah, but it's more comfortable for me. What do you want me to say? I'm selfish. Good morning, beautiful warriors. Rest in peace, Tina, says Vero. Yeah, poor Tina Turner, right? Poor Tina Turner. Pedro says, good morning. Just wishing you all a fantastic Jueves and a great show. Need to leave early. No worries, Pedro. My hay fever is so bad today, says Min. See, that's a benefit of living in a city. We just slowly die from pollution rather than having to suffer a little bit of the year with hay fever. Do you suffer from hay fever at all, Natch?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, me too. Dude, Natch, I think we were separated at birth. You know what I mean? So yeah, Tina Turner, I did pull a news article, this one from The Guardian. Tina Turner, the legendary rock and roll singer and one of the defining pop icons of the 80s, has passed away at the age of 83 after a long illness. Do you know she was born, American born, but a naturalized Swiss citizen?
No idea.
Yeah, no, me neither. I learned this today. Yeah, she was a naturalized Swiss citizen. Let me see. She was a dancer, songwriter, singer, actress, and author, widely referred to as the Queen of Rock and Roll. Oh man, I'm getting bummed out talking about this, Natch. She initially found fame in a turbulent musical partnership. Can you remember the name of her musical partner that was a bad guy by all reports? Ike Turner was his name. They did create some great music. Nutbush City Limits, etc. They created some great music together, but yeah, apparently it was not a good relationship. And then later, one of the world's biggest solo acts, Turner's music significantly influenced the era to the point that Mick Jagger admitted to drawing inspiration from her energetic live performances. What a legend. And great hair. Big, voluminous hair. I know. Is it weird that I say that? I'm a man with no hair. I appreciate a good head of hair. What do you want me to say? That was a Wonder Woman, if anyone was. Dance it away, Tina. Yeah, she was. What an inspiration, man. And after a very public feud with Ike Turner, I think she became somewhat of an inspiration to women suffering in abusive relationships, both emotionally and physically. So yeah, sad day to lose another legend. But at 83 years old, good for Tina. Rest in peace. Descansa en paz. Right, Natch? Yeah, okay. No need for... He gave me one anyway. Look at that. All right. So yeah, that's Tina Turner. She faced health challenges in recent years, including a diagnosis of intestinal cancer in 2016 and a kidney transplant in 2017. Well, there you go. All right, Tina has passed away. Let's continue on with some news. Dudes, how is this not the number one headline on every single newspaper all over the world? I have no idea. This piece of news coming from Vice.com. Again, guys, all the links and all the pieces of news I use in the show, they go directly to my Patreon, as well as what I read out, which is a short paragraph prepared for me by the elves, by the poor enslaved elves I have in my house. Okay, so scientists working to generate electricity from thin air. I know I have a lot of international listeners. When we say thin air, we mean from nothing. Okay, so scientists working to generate electricity from thin air make a breakthrough. Scientists at the University of Massachusetts have made a breakthrough with a device that can generate electricity continuously from ambient humidity, offering a potential sustainable energy source. The device is called an air generator, or air gen. It is constructed from materials with pores similar to 100 nanometers, smaller than 100 nanometers, and can generate electricity from water droplets in the air. Wow, Natch. Forget solar, forget wind power. These guys are generating electricity from ambient humidity. Dude, that would be, pretty useless here in Madrid, given that there's no humidity, but we could probably power the world from the north of Spain. You know what I mean? That's impactful news. Coming from Vice.com. We mentioned earlier, in an earlier program, Vice going bankrupt. Sad, man, because they are a great news outlet. Get well soon, Min, says Vero. Oh, I love that you love each other in the chat, guys. If you want to be part of the chat today, go ahead and log into a web browser. Go to twitch.tv/professional bohemian. I also saw a really interesting report. It actually comes from a survey, un encuesta, by EY's Future Consumer Index. And it's interesting to see common sense spelt out. I will post a link on my Patreon to a Yahoo article where this information comes from. So a survey of 17,000 people, 17,000 personas, people in 27 countries, shows that values are becoming more frugal. I don't know if you understand the word frugal, Natch. It's a weird one.
I think it's the same as in Spanish.
Ah, really? You say frugal?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it means to pay a close eye on your finances, to not overspend. At least that's what it means in English. So yeah, apparently a big shift in consumer thinking. So it revealed that affordability is a leading concern for 35% of global customers, and that figure has risen 10% since October 2022, which is a massive jump in such a short period of time. 55% of people are no longer interested in brands, or they aren't interested in brands anymore. 55%. Jeez Louise. Good luck, Nike. Good luck, Reebok. Good luck, Converse. Yeah. Bring us Primark. We want to go back to the days where the clothes just disintegrated off of our body. 67% of people want repairable goods, not replaceable ones. Oh, dude. I remember, right, my grandfather's number one pastime was fixing things. He'd go into his little garage in the garden, and if something was broken, he'd fix it. He'd buy the parts, and he'd repair it. God, do you remember those days, Natch? Is it just me that has this real nostalgia for when products used to be repairable, before everything became a single-serving thing? Like mobile phones. Everything. Everything just lasts, has a lifespan now. Whereas before, you know, I remember my grandfather repairing everything from watches to cameras to coffee machines, and it was possible. But now it seems we just want to, you know, we want to create more waste. It's interesting. I know this shift in consciousness is coming much more from a financial perspective, but even in terms of the planet, ecologically speaking, it's great that we're now starting to focus on, or we're starting to appreciate goods that can be repairable and not replaceable. And then 62% have no interest in fashion trends. Natch, I feel like the rest of the world is catching up with me. Oh dear. Let's see what people are saying. Bridge, I have no idea what he's saying there. He have you won anyway. Yeah, you never fish for them. Or he gave you one. Jeez, man. I need a translator for Bridge sometimes. She's typing in bed again. How are you doing, Bridge? Nessa, as you say, why is it amazing news like this that isn't making all the headlines? Loads of news like this we just don't get. Thanks, Rob. No worries. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of news that I love to report. News that is interesting and should really be on the headlines, but because they want to distract us and separate us and scare us and make us all think that our neighbours are the enemy. Yeah, that's the exact opposite of the kind of news that I want to be telling you. I want to be telling you about important things that are just going underreported. Let's continue. Min says, not the brands, those poor, overvalued billion-dollar brands. Will someone please think of them? Says Min, with a note of sarcasm, I believe. Yeah, I don't wear many branded clothing. You neither, right, Natch? I used to date a girl who loved Fila stuff. And I just feel like whenever I'm wearing a t-shirt, I have one t-shirt with a brand on it. It's a Converse t-shirt. It was gifted to me. The only exception I make for that is in my sneakers. But it's almost impossible to get high-quality sneakers with no branding. So, there you go. And I love, like, classic 70s sneakers, so there you go. But I won't walk around. I just feel like I'm walking around advertising brands. I see people on the street and it just looks like, they look like billboards. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. And quite often a branded clothing doesn't necessarily mean high quality clothing. You know what I mean? It just means that someone spent an extra 30% to advertise another company. And I do not understand. Nessa says, my pops used to do that in the garden shed too. He would teach me how to fix things too. Wonderful memories. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I remember my grandfather repairing my bicycle, things like that. My grandmother taught me to darn my own socks. You know, if you get a hole, a tomate, I think you say in Spanish, when your toe pops out of your socks.
Nivelazo.
Oh, Natch! Oh! Woo! She taught me how to, fix my clothing. Dude, those were the days, man. Those were the days. Min, Rob, you know me. I'm never sarcastic. I think also said with a note of sarcasm, says Min. Branded clothes are usually made in the same factory that also produces the cheapest clothes imaginable. Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that. And the thing is, it's a lie that isn't even interested in perpetuating itself. The idea that brands equal quality. It's a lie that isn't even interested in perpetuating itself anymore. It used to be, right? I remember my mum saying, oh no, we've got to get you, for example, Doc Martin shoes. Do you know Doc Martens, Natch? They're popular here in Spain, right? Mm-hmm. So back in England when I was young, Doc Martens was quite a big brand for boots. But also they made really high quality boots that would last forever. I think I still have a pair of my old Doc Martens at home. But then you project yourself forward 25 years. Yeah, I'm going back a few years. Or even 30 years. You project yourself forward. And now you look at branded clothing, it is literally of no higher quality than what you might buy that is just a non-named brand. And you know what makes Uncle Rob angry, folks? So yeah, the cost of living crisis really starting to affect consumers, and I think that's a good thing. It will lead to good things for us as consumers, hopefully, putting an emphasis back on quality rather than perceived quality you get through a luxury good. All right, there you go, friends. What time are we at? Oh, guys, I had some more news, but unfortunately we've got no more time. We have to go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Okay, friends, what is an unpopular opinion? Well, friends, it's una rayada, it's un pedo cerebral, un pedo mental. I share it with you, a brain fart for our English-speaking listeners. It's a brain fart. I share it with you on my social media. You guys opine on it there, but the people who really make the final decision are the amazing, godlike humans that join me live in the chat. Today's unpopular opinion is fake it until you make it. Have you heard that advice, Natch?
Yes.
Do you have a Spanish equivalent?
No, not at school. No.
Okay. So fake it till you make it is bad advice. That was my unpopular opinion today. And how do you think people voted on Instagram? If you had to guess.
Maybe they say true.
They did say true. Do you think a little or
a little?
Just a little. 74%. Ooh. Yeah. I was surprised by that too. In fact, I honestly thought that false would win. But yeah, true won. 74% of people voted true. It is bad advice. So there you go. Fake it till you make it is bad advice. After cracking the whip on the poor enslaved elves this morning, they did prepare me some points. So let's go over those. Now, did you see the post I made on Instagram, the photos of my elves?
Yes.
In the sweatshop?
Yes, pobrecitos.
Yeah, I mean, pobrecitos. I mean, that's, they should be harder to catch. If they don't want to suffer, they should run faster. That's my point. There you go. All right, so here we go. I think there's some good arguments to be made for false. Yeah, there are. There certainly are. Nessa says, I clearly lost that one. Yeah, Nessa, but here we go. I'm going to read. Let me see if I can navigate to what Nessa sent me yesterday. I actually got quite a lot of messages with regards to this one. Let's see. Nessa said, it helped me a lot. When I don't think I'm capable of doing something, I take that attitude and things work out for me. It gives me confidence. And I think that's an incredibly valid point. But anyway, we're going to pick through these points soon. All right, let's see. And it happens in all areas. Before you spent a bit, the more you knew it would last. The more you spent, the more you knew it would last. But not anymore with regards to branded clothing and branded items from big manufacturers. I agree. I bought a Samsung TV thinking that a Samsung TV is going to last me 10 years. Dude, within a year, the bulbs went out and I was watching a half black screen. Samsung. Name and shame. I suppose nowadays some products, specifically cell phones, are designed to last for a very little time. Yeah, I think so too. That was from Vero. So let's see. Coralism says, what does fake it till you make it exactly mean? Okay, great question. Fake it till you make it is something that you might say to an adolescent, right? They're nervous in a social situation. Just fake it. Pretend to be happy. Pretend to be comfortable. Pretend to be sociable. And eventually, that is what you will become. Right? Even with work, you go into a job interview. I'm nervous. Well, pretend to be confident. Pretend you are overqualified for the job. Pretend, and you know what? You'll project that and it'll become true. That's kind of the theory behind fake it until you make it. Okay, so the elves stating that fake it until you make it is bad advice. Whatever, elves. Authenticity. This advice might encourage individuals to compromise their authenticity, which can lead to discomfort and stress over maintaining a facade. When we say a facade is like the front of a building. The inside of the building could be ugly and rotten, but the facade is nice, right? Unrealistic expectations. Faking it can lead to unrealistic expectations or standards, causing anxiety and potential disappointment when reality doesn't match the pretense. Now that's very true, right? Fake it till you make it doesn't change externalities. It only potentially has the semilla, the seed, to change you. And there's no guarantees, and the externalities remain the same. Ethical issues. It can promote unethical behaviors like dishonesty and misrepresentation, which can damage personal and professional reputations. True story. True story. And then finally, the final point in the pro column for the elves. Instead of genuinely improving skills or addressing weaknesses, people might simply pretend to have abilities they lack, preventing real growth or progress. So those are the elves' points agreeing with the statement, fake it till you make it is bad advice. But what about fake it till you make it? What if we didn't think that? What if we thought it was good advice? These are the reasons my elves think that it might be good advice. This mindset can help you boost self-confidence by encouraging individuals to step outside of their comfort zones and try new things. I think that's the same in Spanish. Zona de confort, no? Yeah. It can help shift negative thinking patterns. So, we get in these mental boucles, these mental loops. We project a negative outcome. And because we project that negative outcome, we prepare our body for those nerves. We are nervous, and they eventually leads to a negative outcome, a loop. And because we've experienced negative outcomes in the past, it's what we just expect. These loops. And change of mindset, like fake it till you make it, can help with that, can help break those negative boucles, loops. Okay. Goal visualization. Acting as if, entre comillas. So you're pretending, you're acting as if something will happen, as if a good outcome is on the horizon. Acting as if can support goal visualization, a technique that can enhance motivation and increase the likelihood of achieving success. By practicing a desired skill or behavior, even if it feels forced at first, individuals might actually improve and become more comfortable with it over time. What do you think, Natch? Do you think it's bad advice, good advice?
I think it's good advice, but I was thinking, and I think that the opposite advice is even better. Like to say,
don't
be
real.
Don't be afraid to say, I don't know, I have no idea, but I learned how to do it.
Oh, wow. Natch.
But both advice, if it works for you, for me, are fine.
See, he just drops a little bit of wisdom that changes the whole perspective. Yeah, the opposite advice is equally as valuable, if not more. Don't be afraid of admitting when there's something you can't do. How many times have you heard me on the phone, Natch, talking to a provider or something, saying, look, dude, I produce media content. This is not my field of expertise. Help me out here. All the time. And there's strength in that, in admitting your flaws, rather than pretending que eres el más chulo del mundo. You're the coolest and you know everything. You know? Sometimes that's not productive. Oh, Natch, give yourself a ProBoh approved, man. Jeez,
that gets the ProBoh stamp of approval.
Comes in here every day just to be like the Oracle, and we appreciate him, right, guys? In a world with loads of superficial judgment, sometimes it can be really beneficial to fake it until you make it, says Min. You just need to be aware that you have to work towards actually being able to make it. So I can see a lot of comments coming in, and we'll get to those after the break, guys. I'm going to post the poll, and you are going to tell me, and we'll decide this. Is fake it until you make it good advice? Really? Or is it bad advice, as I say in today's unpopular opinion? Guys, so many things you could have been doing this morning. Instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me, and it means the world. See you soon. Hey, guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, ProBoh. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Oh my god, and what a great show we're having, my friends. We covered some interesting news today. Obviously, we did spend a little bit of time talking about the Queen of Rock and Roll, Miss Tina Turner, a legendary rock and roll soul singer that died, sadly, at the age of 83. What legend. She was simply the best. Oh, Natch. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm turning into a big boy radio guy now. And then also we looked at scientific breakthrough by the University of Massachusetts, a way they have discovered to generate electricity literally from thin air. Literally creating electricity from nothing, from ambient humidity in the air. Wow, amazing stuff. And then also we looked at a report from EY's Future Consumer Index that highlighted that people are really not interested in brands anymore. They're getting sick of replaceable products as opposed to repairable ones, and that they have no more interest in fashion trends. Basically, para resumir, to sum up, people are becoming more frugal in the face of this cost of living crisis. Common sense to those of us who are living it, to those of us who have experienced our electricity bills going up and our food bills going up, but our salaries remaining the same. It's a reality. But these studies are important to show business and economists the reality so they can act upon it. All right, and then we moved on to today's fascinating unpopular opinion. Wow. Okay, interesting result there from the guys in the chat. Before we go to the result, I'm just jotting that down, just writing down the results. Okay, so before we go to the results, I wanted to highlight some messages that I received. Let's see, Pedro. As an artist, I can't get behind that, mate. Wow, dude, Pedro, nivelazo. Can we get a nivelazo for this, Pedro?
Vaya nivelazo.
As an artist, I can't get behind that. I can't support that, mate. It's very familiar. I love it, Pedro. Real talent can't be faked, but I guess some stage fright. It's the nervousness you feel before performing on a stage. Stage fright. I used to know the way to say that in Spanish.
Miedo escénico.
Miedo escénico. Jeez, thank you, Natch. Natch, to the rescue again. Jeez Louise. So, yeah, miedo escénico. Some stage fright might be overcome by pretending you're already a rock star. Great comment, Pedro. Aria says, nah, fake it until you make it is harmful. It discourages self-reflection, might even lead to imposter syndrome. Do you know what imposter syndrome is, Natch?
Igual.
Sí.
Impostor.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, it might lead to imposter syndrome, which is a great point that I hadn't really considered. And finally, let's pick Sam. I'm on the fence. So, I'm on the fence means estoy entre los dos opciones. I'm on the fence. In the ad business, perception is everything, but it's a fine line. Misrepresenting yourself can backfire. You've also got to balance acting with staying true to your brand, or I guess talking in terms of people, to your identity. Correct? All right, so interesting comments we got there on Instagram. Guys, you can catch me on Instagram at Professional Bohemian, Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. All right, let's turn our attention back to our amazing warriors. Let me see, pull up the chat. Okay, let's see. Coralism, thanks for the explanation. In general, I wouldn't recommend it, referring to the idea of fake it until you make it. But as Min said, it could help in certain situations. The example Rob mentioned about teenager is a good one. Vero says, as Yoda used to say, do or do not. Do not try. I love that. Great quote. Yoda I am. Could fake it until you make it mean something similar? Kind of. Yeah, it plays the same notes, but kind of in a different order. Do or do not. Do or do not try is kind of refuses the idea of failure, right? Fake it till you make it avoids failure by pretending. But both kind of are there. Both phrases are there to kind of inspire confidence. Of course, I won't take that attitude in personal relationships, but if not, it doesn't give you that little bit of confidence. Coralism said, that was from Nessa, Coralism said, the Oracle's opinion is always the best. There's so many fans. Can you give yourself a ProBoh approved, Natch?
ProBoh approved.
The Natch fans coming out in full force today. Nessa, just an example that happened to me. I was taking singing classes and I thought I couldn't hit the high keys. This is from Nessa. My teacher knew I could and told me to fake it, to pretend I was a professional singer. I was stunned. I was stunned I could easily hit those notes. Awesome. Always trust our dear Natch, a.k.a. the Oracle. He knows his stuff, says Vero. He does know his stuff. All right, so I'm very torn on this myself. Because rationally speaking, I think I personally hold great value in understanding and working with what we consider the flaws or the dark side, or the dark self, I guess. God, I can't remember the psychologist now. I feel like there is a great reward in working with our failures or our perceived failures and working with our perceived weaknesses, working with our negative emotions. I feel like those are often the key to becoming a well-rounded individual. As the Oracle quite succinctly put, there is no harm in admitting where your failures are, because that gives you the impetus to then improve. I mean, that for me is a fundamental, important thing. I am probably harder on myself than anyone will ever be on me. Like, just ask the Oracle every day after the show. It's either a good show or I'm a piece of bleep and I've performed badly and I feel badly about it. Whereas most of the people would not be able to identify a good show from the bad show. But I feel there's real value in that because I'm always pushing myself forward to be better. You know, I'm socially awkward. A lot of people don't know that about me. Unless you're a person that is like Andrea or possibly even the Natch. You'd have to know me for a few years to understand where my social awkwardness comes from. You know, I'm the kind of guy that hangs out outside the party smoking. So I'm kind of participating but not overwhelmed by the amount of people. So when I'm in a social situation and I'm forced to take a protagonist role, I have to. Here we go. Here's where the hypocrisy comes. Fake it until I make it. And I made a career out of it. Before moving here to Spain, I worked in the theatre. I've been on TV. I've produced several radio shows. And quite often there's an act there. You know, quite often I'm pretending until I fall into a certain loop or a certain formula where the confidence starts to generate, because I've done it so many times, because I've replicated the action so many times. You become confident in your ability to perform. So quite often, like going even interpersonally, even just going on a date, it fills me. Even the idea of it now just fills me with dread. Because I'm quite a socially awkward individual. But if you listen to the show, and if you meet me on the street, or if you meet me at a quiz night, you would never think that. Because I project confidence. Why? Because I'm faking it until I make it. And you know what? After the first few minutes, after the first hour, you know, I am feeling confident and comfortable. So there is great value in that. I used to teach public speaking. For example, miedo escénico, like we were talking about, right? That's stage fright. Stage fright exists because of the fight or flight reaction. Okay? So all of a sudden we perceive danger. We see all these eyes pointed towards us, and the fight or flight reaction kicks in. Our body releases a flood of adrenaline into our body. And what happens? Well, our voice starts to shake, our hands start to shake as a reaction to that adrenaline. Right? Why? Because we are projecting ourselves into the future, and we're projecting what's happening right now in front of us as danger. You know? Most of the fear that we have before going on a stage, before producing something in the public, is we're battling against our own perceived failure. And what we're doing is we're preparing our body to fail. So when we actually come to the event, we trigger that fight or flight reaction. We don't spend time thinking about how successful this could be, how great for our lives, how easy it would be to be wonderful at this task, whether it's giving a speech, making a presentation, or performing in a play. We don't spend time imagining how great we could be. No. What if I screw up a line? What if I forget what I'm going to say? Oh, it would be the worst thing in the world. Everyone will laugh at me. But if you fake it, if you kind of force yourself to envision the positive outcomes, it can have a real and lasting impact. And I know that personally. Like, I got into university against all the odds because I had no qualifications of anything by faking it. And then eventually I made it. Eventually I got nominated for a BBC Student Radio Award. Eventually I got a 5-star review at the Edinburgh Festival. And none of that would have happened if at the beginning of my path of changing my life, I hadn't pretended that I was capable of something more. So there you go. There's where the dichotomy lives in me. So what do you guys say? Obviously, Instagram said 74% said true. That it's a bad, that faking it till you make it is bad advice. But what about our decision makers right here in the chat? Okay, so I asked you, is fake it till you make it bad advice? Natch, let's get a drum roll. 80% of you said false. False. Fake it till you make it is good advice. As always, guys, I think we live in a bit of a shade of grey here. There are both positives and negatives to the idea of faking it until you make it. But I do appreciate your opinions. And there you go. It's decided. It's good advice. You guys said. Because in certain situations, it is invaluable. Absolutely. Let's see what people are saying. Nessa says, I agree with you, Rob. When I feel things paralyze you, you need a little help to perform. The Bridge says, I know that you don't like middle distances, but you need a bit of both. Exactly. All right, friends. Wow. You're doing God's work, friends. All right, let's go to today's 100 Humans. Oh my God, friends, it was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them all a question. Today's question was, name a place that you wouldn't want to go after having a few drinks. Name a place you wouldn't want to go after having a few drinks. I asked them that question. They gave me their answers. I have the 7 most popular answers right here. And it's your job in the chat, guys, to identify those top 7 answers. Woo! Name a place you wouldn't want to go after having a few drinks. What do you think, Natch? Where wouldn't you want to go after having a few drinks?
Work?
Work. I think work is probably a very popular answer. Nessa says work too. Min says your job. Work. Is work there? Yes, it is. Well done. You wouldn't want to go to work after having a few drinks. No, of course not. Last Friday, I ended up going for a drink with Alberto and Fitz. I had to come back into the office to collect my things. And I was a little piripi. Fresh. Piripi. Dude, that's some vocabulary, man. That's a...
Nivelazo.
Yeah, we're at Nivelazo DEFCON 5 with that one. Piripi. Fresh. Tipsy. And I was a little tipsy and it was awful. Particularly because we have a receptionist here. For whatever reason, she needs to know your life story when you walk into the building. Where have you been? Who have you been with? I'm like, geez, Louise. Buy me a ring first. Take me out for dinner. Anyway, let's continue. So, work. Second most popular answer. Places you wouldn't want to go after having a drink. 26 of the 100 humans said work. Second place. Well done. Min says school. School. Min. I hate to break this to you, man, but I think they're too young to drink. Unless, they're like me. And that might be the reason they get kicked out of school like I did. Oh, dude. Yeah, baby Natch doesn't want to go to school after he's had a skinful of vodka, I imagine. Right, Natch? School, is it there? No, it isn't. Good answer. Really good answer. Because, we're going to kid ourselves that high school students don't drink. Come on. Okay. So school, not there. A roller coaster, says Vero. A roller coaster. Montaña Rusa, you say? Rusa. Oh!
Vaya nivelazo.
It's because I say, you know what? It's because I saw you going towards the microphone. It's not because I knew it. Dude, the masculine, feminine... Oh, jeez, Louise. Spain, come on. So, a roller coaster, is it there? No, it's not. No, it's not. Do I have to give you some clues? My gods. All right, let's see. My ex's house, says Min. To see your ex. Is it there? No, it's not. Nessa says to visit your in-laws. Las suegras, right? Yeah, to visit your in-laws. Is it there? Of course it's there. Well done. Name a place you wouldn't want to go after having a few drinks. So far, you've correctly identified work, and you've just identified in-laws. Well done, Nessa. You wouldn't want to go see your in-laws. It's the 6th most popular answer, with 3 of 100 humans saying in-laws. Min says, I think most people would want to drink before seeing their in-laws. Nessa says, a theme park. Un parque temática. Temático? All right, temático. Thanks, Natch. Is it there? No, it's not. All right. Driving, says Coralism. Dudes, why are you guys mentioning things that would be illegal? Driving and going to school, Natch, after you've had a skinful of beer. Is driving there? No, it's not. No, it's not. Let's see. Late high school, college, and uni still count as schools. Yeah. You know, Min's being quite nasty with me right now, yet every day he picks apart the most minute failure of mine. All right, Min talking about British schools, Rob. All right, guys. Nessa says the doctor. The doctor. Is it there, though? Somewhere you wouldn't want to go after having a drink. The doctor. It's not there. It's not there. All right, I'm going to give you some clues. Let's start at the 7th most popular answer. You know, you get into some legal trouble. You know, you have to hire a lawyer and go to a place where eventually a decision will be made as to whether you're guilty or innocent, Natch. You know? It's a common thing. Not for me, I'm a good boy. But for lots of people it is. Where is that place, Natch?
Court.
To court! Well done! Nessa has a good one. She says church or a place of worship. Somewhere you wouldn't want to go after having a few drinks. Church or a place of worship. By the way, Min and Vero both got caught as well. Well done, guys. Church or a place of worship. Is it there? Yes, it is! And Nessa Finessa, with 32 of 100 humans, it's the number one answer. 100 humans, very religious today. I don't know why, but they are. There you go. It's the number one answer. Place of worship. You wouldn't want to go there if you've had a drink.
You know what, Father? I love you, and I love Jesus.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would be uncomfortable. All right. Let's continue. So you had the 6th most popular answer. All right. Answer number 5th most popular answer. You know, these people have had a vested interest in your success in life from age 0. One of these people since age 0 minus 9 months. And they don't want to see you wasting your life and money on alcohol, do they? Which people am I talking about, Natch?
Your parents.
Your parents! You wouldn't want to go to your parents' house while drunk. Home of your parents, says Nessa. Well done. Nessa's on fire today. Nessa's on fire. All right, let's go to... Oh, hang on a second. Nessa said the police station. Did I say that before? I didn't. No, I missed it. Nessa said the police station. You wouldn't want to go to a police station drunk. They're going to think you've done something. Did the 100 humans agree? Yes, they did. Police station, 13 of 100 humans. It's the 3rd most popular answer. You're just missing one. You know, you're having a good night. You're having a good night, and you don't want it to end, Natch. Particularly because, you know, there might be the place that is potentially there for you to go after drinking. There might be someone there that doesn't want to see you drunk. I used to live this. We've all lived this at some point. Where is it you might not want to go?
To your own home.
To your own home, Natch, yes. So how many did you drink? And who was there? Oh, from work. Interesting. So, yeah, it's important that you couldn't invite me. They have to drink so much. We've all been there. All right, friends. So I asked 100 humans to name a place you wouldn't want to go if you were drunk. In position number 7 was court. Well, juez or juicio, right? Court. Yeah. All right. I don't know if that's right.
Juzgado.
Juzgado, god damn it. Juicio are teeth, right? Wisdom teeth. No. How do you say wisdom teeth in Spanish?
Muela del juicio.
Yeah, it is. Jeez Louise. 20 years, guys. 20 years. One day, I'll learn. All right. In position number 6 was your in-laws' house. Suegras or suegros. I don't know which one it is. Whatever. Suegros, right? Okay, thank you. In position number 5 was your parents' house. In position number 4 was your own home. You don't want to go to your own home after having a drink. In position number 3 was a police station. In position number 2 was work. And finally, in position number 1. Congratulations, Nessa Finessa. It was church or a place of worship. Woo. All right, let's go head first into today's Complete the News.
Complete the news.
Okay, friends, this is Complete the News. I will give you a news headline, un titular, and then I will give you three options, A, B, or C. And you will complete the news headlines using one of these options. I see there are a lot of people watching right now, not so many people typing. And this is your moment, because all you have to write is A, B, or C. All right, here we go. Blank offers to sponsor UEFA Champions League contenders Inter Milan. Blank offer to sponsor Inter Milan, the football team, who are currently UEFA Champions League contenders, apparently. But who is it? Who is it? Because they recently lost a sponsor because the sponsor didn't pay them. So who is it that's offering to sponsor them? Is it A, another football team? Is it B, Budweiser? You know, they've been going through some hard times with their marketing recently. Or is it C, an adult website? A, B, or C? Blank offers to sponsor Inter Milan, the UEFA Champions League contenders. But who is it that offers to sponsor them? Is it A, another football team? Imagine having to wear another football team on the jersey. That would be hilarious. Is it B, Budweiser, following some controversial moves there by the company? Or C, is it an adult website? The ProBoh Show audience. They know me too well. What do you think it is, Natch?
Adult website?
You think C too? Yeah, everybody's saying C. You guys know me too well. But is it the right answer? Let's get a little drum roll. It is C, an adult website. Well done. Well done. So Inter Milan, which has made it to the UEFA Champions League final after a 1-0 second leg victory over AC Milan, currently has no logo on their jerseys, on their shirts, because of an unpaid sponsor from Digital Bits. An adult subscription site, my.club, has now offered to sponsor the team. Dude, I think that's perfect for an Italian team. In fact, you know, it should be exclusively adult sites sponsoring Italy. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, look, I've had so much fun today, friends. It's been such a good show. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, you can tune in again tomorrow at twitch.tv/Professional Bohemian for another episode. Guys, so many things you could have been doing today. Instead of doing those things, you decided to spend the time with Natch and I, and it means the absolute world. See you next time.